Hey guys, what's going on? It's Alex from Fitment Industries. I'm here with my friend, Nobody, because he's late.
No one likes you!
Again.
You're wearing a microphone, you don't have to yell.
Oh, I'm not used to this.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's Alex from Fitment Industries, and I'm here with...
Corey from Fitment Industries.
And we are doing another episode of This or That. Now you guys might have forgot that that's not Claire. She is getting married. So we have Corey here today to fill the space, and we're gonna see how this goes. Are you ready?
As ready as I can be.
Okay, well if you guys remember, all you have to do is drop a comment below whether we choose this or that.
Then of course, the choice is yours. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. I think you get with this, because this is where it's at.
All right, question number 1 is from Dev P. Would you rather build a Euro-style Japanese vehicle or a JDM-style Euro vehicle?
You go first.
I would much rather do a Euro-style JDM vehicle because everybody and their mother is all about JDM and everything JDM. And the whole JDM scene has started taking over the old Euro scene, and it's absolutely disgusting. So I would like to do anything I can to change that and get those wide ass.
What are you doing with your hands?
The arrow, that's the word I was looking for. The arrow that your car goes boom, boom, ta. No, that. That doesn't belong on a Euro car.
I would say it would be cool to see a Japanese car with some Euro styling. Just because I think it would look different. I'm not entirely sure what it would look like.
Yeah, I'm trying to picture that in my head.
I'm trying to imagine what is Euro, and I imagine
just
the double set, the 7-spoke wheels, the over fenders, the sleek headlights,
Just super clean.
Yeah.
No bumpers, everything shaved.
Yeah, I'd dig it. Next question.
All right, next question is from Korean Turbro.
That's a good username.
JDM car with an American engine swap or American car with a JDM engine swap?
I'm already calling it. First one. It has to be a JDM car with an American swap. Datsun with a 350. Not saying that I've done it and that that's the best thing I've ever done in my life, but that is the best thing I've ever done in my life. And it's you can't, everybody's always put an RB in it. No, put an LS6 in it. Then you can have some real scoot fun on a short wheelbase JDM car.
This is weird because we cross our arms opposite ways. I go this way, he goes that way.
I'm prepared.
I stand right, he stands left.
I'm prepared, you're not prepared.
Yeah, but this is weird because we seem to be agreeing on everything right now, because I would also go with the Japanese car with an American engine because 4-cylinders don't get done except good gas mileage.
Well, the thing is too.
Start arguing.
Well, the thing is that there's certain JDM motors that I think are very, very good. SRs and RBs and things like that are great. But one of the things that I've always found is with American motors and American power plants and JDM vehicles, you're right on the line of reliability issues always. Yeah. Wiring, cooling, things like that. When you have an American motor, things are more fundamental. They're easier to work with. And the things that you do break, which you will, cost a lot less than the JDM counterpart. You swap an SR into something and then something breaks, it's twice the price of if you had a 350 and you broke something.
Everything's much more specialized for the Japanese engines.
Yeah.
Each motor has its parts and its parts only, whereas if you throw a 350 in, it doesn't matter what 350 you're pulling the parts out of, it's gonna work. Same thing with Ford V8s and their mod motors, the 4.6s, they're all interchangeable. So you break one thing and it doesn't really matter.
Just replace it with something else. Plus 350s don't even need to run on oil. They never die.
Continuing with the JDM versus Euro, Gil Gates asked Japanese 90 cars or Euro 90 cars?
Euro, E30, gang.
Japanese. 90s? Japanese. RX-7, 3000 GT, Supra. They were the reason that the Japanese culture exists as strong as it does in the 70s was because you had the 2000 GT.
The 70s is when they were cool.
No, here's the thing. Well, everything is cool when we don't have it anymore. That's just kind of how it works. The 2000 GTs, the Datsuns, the RX-7s, the Supra, well, no, not the Supras. All of that stuff was heritage. Then the 80s came along and the domestic came back for a short period of time. EPA lessened regulations, Democrats and Republicans were back to fighting, the 70s were over. So then some of the 80s started coming back with the domestic.
Can we just skip the 80s era of cars?
Yeah, but then the 90s came in strong and you had the Skyline, you had the R30, the Supra, you had the 3000 GT VR4. You had cars that were like 2 decades ahead of their time coming out of Japan. And while it kind of screwed them in the long run,
So
they're way better.
You can't say they're 2 decades ahead when none of the technology was used. When have you ever seen like a modern car with 4-wheel steering?
but they had it. That's the
But
thing.
it was stupid. See, whereas like the European market, they were just clean, they were simple, they were easy to work on. It was perfect.
Oh, were they easy to work on?
Easier.
Yeah, you think so?
Easier.
Okay, that's true. I will say that JDM vehicles in the 90s are impossible to work on except for a car that you know backwards and forwards. Try working in the engine compartment of a 3000 GT and you would rather actually just start the car on fire. Next question.
Soy Saucy asks, 10-year-old luxury car that costs around $15,000 or a 1 to 3 year old Honda or Toyota?
Let's do this on 3. So just say Euro or JDM, okay?
But that wasn't.
Right? No, it's 10-year-old luxury car. Okay, so just say luxury or JDM.
Okay.
On 3. 1, 2, 3.
Luxury.
Absolutely. 10 years ago, you could get a 2008 AMG right now.
The first
with
thing
500
I think of
horse.
is the Top Gear episode where they have like that 1990s Rolls Royce versus like the brand new Honda baseline, whatever car it is. And they're like, yeah, we may end up spending the same amount in just repair bills, but we're gonna have a hell of a year and we're gonna look like ballers and we're gonna feel like ballers and we're not gonna be sitting in a little compact car that every time we open the door handle, it snaps off.
The cool thing is that I had a friend, Sean, that would buy old Mercedes, like these loaded, old school 15-year-old Mercedes. He'd buy them for like $4,000 or $5,000. But these $4,000 or $5,000 cars, you'd put probably $2,000 in repairs because you're gonna have to because it's an old Mercedes. But it had massaging seats, it had air-cooled seats, heated seats, it had window visors, it had adjustable temperature, it had adjustable headlights, it had rear independent back supports in the back.
Yup.
And this is a 15-year-old Mercedes. And like, you're playing a gamble because that shit all may break
Yeah.
or just never
Oh, yeah.
work. But if it doesn't, it's so fun. I will say, as a daily driver, I would rather have a Toyota or something like that because I know that it's not gonna break versus a 10-year-old Mercedes. I have had AMGs go out in the past, and it's like this boulder at the top of a mountain because once
Yeah, but
issues
you're talking
start,
about an AMG.
No,
versus
but here's
just
the
like
thing.
Your standard
no,
luxury, like
but
a 5
anything,
Series,
no,
like a 2005 series.
Any Euro, any luxury is all gonna have it. The difference between AMG and the non-AMGs is just the fact that one has more power than the other. But like all the
And that
wiring,
power is what breaks everything else
no, because it's like a boulder. Once one thing starts happening, they all start going out. The moment that your dash in a Mercedes-Benz, like 208 series starts to flicker and doesn't turn on every time, you best sell that car because everything is about to go out. Like I fucking promise you, 3,000 miles, the whole car will be. Just trust me. Next question.
All right, I'll try not to butcher this name too much. Matthias Leandro dos Santos asks,
That was really well done.
Where did they come up with these names?
That's probably his actual name, Corey.
he asks RB26 or 2JZ?
2JZ, no.
Are you actually saying that?
I have hit you with facts on every other question, except for the one that I blatantly told them I do not know. So I gave them my opinionated answer.
I would agree. I would say, well, no, I wouldn't. I would say, just kidding, I take it back. The 2JZ has a better power plant from the experiences that I've had versus the RB options. But the RB is more of an iconic motor. When you see it, you know it. It just has that look. But the reason that people are running 1400 Supras, 1400 horsepower Supras, 1500 power Supras, and things like that, like with ease, and
'Cause they're
not
so
that
fucking
much,
reliable.
because the JZ motor is just, it's a beast. It's a
Yeah.
power plant, and it's something that, like, it rivals any other power plant in existence, probably right up to the R35 Skyline power plant in terms of how much power you can put through it with
Same with the 1JZ
consistent
too.
reliability that is not only just like a behemoth in terms of going fast, but it's not extremely heavy either. It's a good power plant. You just got to know how to work on it, and I don't know how to work on it. So, next question.
All right, Daniel Kim asks, Initial D or Fast and the Furious?
If you don't get this one right, I might kill you. Don't say neither either, because I can see it in your eyes. On 3. One.
Hang on, I need a moment to
No,
think
you
about
don't.
this.
1, 2, 3.
Fast and the Furious. See, well, here's the thing.
No,
is
there's no
Initial D-
there's no
Initial D
thing.
is
There's
really
no thing.
cool. Initial D is really cool, and they do all these cool drifty things, and they're like, wee, beep, beep, wee, beep, 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 wee, all the way up the mountain and all the way down the mountain. And like Fast and Furious is just super lame because they don't do anything realistic. They have 26-mile runways. Actually, I believe it was like half the length.
38. It was a 38-mile runway or something
Yeah.
like that. Somebody did the math.
Yeah, it was absurdly huge. None of there makes any sense whatsoever, but it's not anime.
But Initial D had like an actual movie.
Did they?
Yeah, and then they had all of these different there's
All I'm
There's, like,
aware of is
rip-offs.
the anime version.
I would 100% say Initial D. You have to show respect to like the elders. Like that, like Initial D is one of the elders. That and like there's a movie that was about a kid that got a Datsun 240Z in like a scrapyard and started racing in Japan. Like that movie came out in like early 70s. That was one of the original racing movies. You have Bullet. Bullet was an iconic, but that was American. That wasn't Japanese.
See, that's why it took
But
me
if
so
you were
long
to
think
compare
about it.
Initial D to like Bullet, I would say Bullet. I think Bullet is like,
In no way, shape, or form do I think that the Fast and Furious movies are better than
is
Initial
this
D.
your disclaimer?
Yes.
All right.
However,
You're gonna need that.
I
'Cause they're already
could
topping in the
never get into
comments.
anime. I could not find anything.
not about
exciting.
the- it's not about
But
the anime.
You have to like enjoy anime somewhat to watch it. Like to watch an entire episode, you have to like at least slightly
That's
be
fair.
into anime.
I mean, that's fair. I would say, I would almost change it. Would you rather watch Bullet or would you rather watch like a real version of Initial D? Tokyo Drift.
I'm gonna go with the Initial D then, because that would be wild to see.
All right. Oh, that is our last question. So those are our this or that questions.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, Corey is very animated about these opinions. You let us know in the description below on what you guys think. And of course, if you want your questions answered, all you have to do is drop a comment below whether you'd want us to go with this or that. And then don't forget to subscribe, hit the little bell button so you can see when we put the next episode up. I'm Alex from Fitment Industries.
I'm Corey from Fitment Industries.
Oh, and I forgot the wheels, tires, suspension bit. If you need any of that, fitmentindustries.com. You just made that more work for the videographers.
Yeah.
We'll see you later. Peace.